Hello, my name is Kazimir Kakalka, and I'm here today with Adrian Underhill. He's a writer for Macmillan, and we're meeting in IH Palermo to talk about pronunciation. Adrian, like most people learning a new language, Italians have some difficulty with the pronunciation. What advice could you give them to improve that?
Well, I mean, everyone who comes to a new language is going to have a challenge with the pronunciation, that's for sure. For Italians in particular, there are certain things which are different from English and Italian, certain differences between them. So there are several sounds which learners of English would like to get hold of. For example, the TH sound, th, and the TH sound is something. Sometimes my Italian students have difficulty with the sound j. And that's easy because all they have to do is to say sh and to add the voice. Sh. And that's kind of an easy little trick. And there are two or three other sounds, but the next step up from individual sounds is the flow of speech. And what's particularly important here in English is that in English, words are connected together by unstressing certain syllables. There's a lot of syllables unstressed, leaving only stressed syllables to sound very clear. And Italians tend to stress or give each one equal importance. So to learn to unstress would be another thing. I'll give an example of that in a minute.
So what are some of the most common challenges that Italians face when trying to improve their pronunciation?
The whole question of accent is really interesting because perhaps in the past people would assume that learning pronunciation meant learning to speak like some English man or woman. But actually that's really not the case, and these days we don't think that. What's important is not to sound like an English person, but to be easily intelligible, to understand easily and to be understood easily. So this means that you don't have to eradicate the Italian's accent or the French person's accent or the Spanish accent or any other accent. But what you have to do is to learn those aspects of English pronunciation which are going to help you to be clearly understood. And this does not mean sounding like the Queen of England. You can still sound Italian and be very, very clearly and easily and delightfully understood.
Okay, so you seem to be pretty optimistic about it. It's not mission impossible then.
It's certainly not mission impossible. I mean, there is so much that learners can do. Of course, motivation helps, but learners become motivated when they see what there is to be learned and how to learn it. Once they see the territory that has to be learned and that it is actually possible to get their mouths around it, they become engaged and interested. And the key to that is to realize what in their mouth they have to move, which is the tongue and the lips and the jaw, and then the voice comes in and out. So there are just really only four things that the learner really needs to attend to. And it's not just a matter of listening and trying to repeat, but perhaps failing to because of the habit of the mother tongue. It's a matter of finding out what makes new sounds. And what makes new sounds is a different position of the tongue, or of the lips, or of the jaw, or of the voice. Only those four things. And if you explore those four things, you can learn the new accent, the new pronunciation of any language.
Okay, so what accent should Italians be aiming for as they try to improve their pronunciation?
Yes, I guess these videos are intended first for teachers. There's 35 of them, and they deal with individual sounds and connections of sounds and with joining words together, so connected speech. And in each video, which is only 2, 3 or 4 minutes long, I'm talking about one of those and demonstrating something to the teacher so they can find this sound really and truly in their own mouth and then help their learners as a result of knowing what they themselves need to do. But students who were particularly motivated would also enjoy watching this, perhaps with the teacher, and the teacher helping to bring it alive by making some exercises from it.
Okay, so you could potentially use it in the classroom too.
I'd say you could use it in the classroom, and certainly the teacher should use it first with themselves and see if it matches their students' needs. Enjoy the videos.
So thanks, Adrian. And I just want to remind everyone that Adrian's pronunciation videos will be available on www.mondadorieducation.it/English. Thank you very much.